Good morning all to our IB students. In this video we are going to revise our basics of creating database and table in MySQL. So first of all we will open the MySQL. And we will open the command line. After that we are going to enter our password. As per the installation the password may be different, but as usual we have given the password admin. And now first command is about creating database. First of all, in any DBMS system we create the database. So if I am going to create table, before that we need to create database as well. So first DB I am giving the name of the database. After creating the database, which will be created only once, again and again you are going to use it. So use first DB, because there may be several databases in the database. For example, right now we can check how many databases are there in this MySQL. So total these number of databases are already there, and the one we have created is first DB. Now because of this reason, because there are so many databases, you have to give the command use to determine in which database you are going to work. The next command is create table command, which is used to create a table. Right now I am creating a very simple table, student, create table student. First field in the table is S number, or we may take admission number also as integer, and I am going to make it as a primary key. Primary key is a column in which all values are unique. It may be a set of columns also, but right now it is a column in which all the values are unique, and this column value cannot be left empty. Not null as well as unique values in the primary key column or columns. So right now admission number and student name, in which case I will determine the data type as varchar. You know, for storing characters we take the data type as varchar, and maximum the size of the name I will like up to 30 characters. So we have mentioned in the parenthesis 30 characters, comma. The next field is, assume I am going to maintain age also of the student, and then marks also. In the case of marks, if the marks are I am going to enter in the float real number, then I will take the data type as float also. These number of fields I want to maintain in the table student. So how many columns are here right now? Admission number, S name, age and marks. Total 4 columns. So at this line, if I ask you what is the degree of a table, so it should be clear that degree of a student table is 4, and the command is terminated by semicolon. So after that pressing enter key, so this query has been executed. That means table has been created. Now in this table we are going to insert a record. Insert into student, the table name. Insert into के बाद table name. So right now the table name is a student. After that values. What values do you want to insert? As per the sequence right now, if I go for this 1111 to 111, comma, assume the student name, next column is S name, so I take the S name as Ram, comma, age is assume 14, comma, marks is assume 98.5 in my subject. Actually marks do come in the whole number, but for understanding the concept of float I am deliberately putting the marks in decimal values. So that much is after the semicolon enter. So how you will come to know the record has been inserted? By executing the select query. Select star means you want to see all columns from which table? Student table. Student table. So only one record has been inserted so far. So you can recall create database, then use, and you can go for create table, which will be created only once. Any number of records you can insert one record at a time using the insert command. And after that, if you want to see the status of your table, you have executed this select star means you want to see all column values from which table? Student table. And now if I am going to insert one more, this I have done deliberately with the arrow keys. Instead of typing, I am just entering the particular values again. Rama kar dete hain, so that it is a change of the record, and we will change the marks as well, and age can remain same also. Okay, something is going on. Let the cursor appear in the right place, and I will change the marks to 68.5. That much. Then I am executing the query of select, so there should be 2 records. In this manner we create our tables. Now if I ask you the question, write SQL query to display all student name, so your answer will be like this: select as name from student semicolon. Although the better name change नहीं हुआ because I was trying to insert the record with the name Rama, but what happened, it has inserted the name as Ram. So I will change 113, the next record insertion we are doing, and we are going to change the name as well, something Sham. Okay, and after that it is comma, and next value is 14, which is age. We can change the age as well, and the percentage, actually marks, I will give whole number like 90 right now, and enter. So we have inserted the new record, and we can execute the query of select star from student to see how my table is right now. To see the records in the table, we have to execute the select command. So in this manner, this is the table, and if right now go with the select as name, you will get the answer like Ram, Ram and Shyam. Fine. At the same place, we can learn if we do not want the repetitive value to appear in the result. You know, in the S name column there are two values same, Ram value twice appearing because two records of the same value. So in that case, if I want only the distinct values, I will mention select distinct, and in the parenthesis also I can give S name from a student. So only the distinct values will appear in your output. The same query can be executed in this manner also: select distinct S name from a student. Without parenthesis also it will work efficiently. So in this small example we have learned two types of command. First one is DDL command. DDL commands, SQL is a structured query language in which we are giving command using this SQL, and these SQL commands are of actually 4 types, but right now whatever we have done so far, they are 2 types, DDL and DML. DDL stands for data definition language, DML stands for data manipulation language. And why I am not showing all these in written, because this is the revision thing of 11th class. All the content which I am saying right now is already in your subject copy. While seeing the video, you can open your subject copy also to make sure that you are getting the definition already written in your subject copy. DDL stands for data definition language. DML stands for data manipulation language. So DDL has the commands which is used to create and alter and drop databases and tables. Means the commands through which we create database, we delete the database, or change the database. Alter means change the database. Likewise, create table, change the table, and adding primary key. There are a lot of things, but it is overall about the structure of the table. If we are making changes in the structure of the table, or we are creating a new structure of a table, or we are going to drop the structure of a table, the types of command are coming in the category of DDL, data definition language. The next category of command which we have executed 2 examples is DML, data manipulation language. In this category of command, the command deals with the records. You would have noticed this select command is taking records from the table. It is displaying records from the table. Or like select star from a student is also doing the same. The command name is select command, and select command is used to select the records from the table. Likewise, you would have noticed this command insert command. This command is used to insert a new record in the table. So select command is dealing with record, insert command is dealing with the record. If I give another example which I definitely don't want to execute, delete from a student. So what will happen? It will empty the table. Delete from a student means it will delete all the records of this table, which I will definitely not execute right now. But this is doing deletion of what? Records. Deletion of records. That's why this is the example of DML command. Likewise, if we update something in the table, update, I am going to update, table name is student, set what change I am going to make. I am going to make a change of S name equals to Rama, because by mistake I left it as Ram, where ADMNO, you know the record admission number is 12. So I am going to make an update in a record or set of records. So it is about dealing with records. either insertion of record, deletion of record, selection of record, or updation of record. The commands which are doing these jobs fall in the category of DML commands. So I am going to do this, and there is error, no problem. Let's see what's the issue. Admission number equals to is the issue. Admission number equals to. So one row affected, query is okay, one row affected. You can see there is no output, but this query is executed and has done its job in a very well manner. You can check it with the select command also, because right now when you will execute this query, the 112 will have the name Rama. So in this manner we have updated the table. So in this video we have learned how to create the database, how to use the database, creating the table, inserting the records, and understanding the concept of types of two main important categories, DDL commands and DML commands, which we have practically used as well. So that's all for right now. Thank you all of you.